Hey, how are ya? Made any mistakes today? Good. That's what it means to be a human being. I feel like we're afraid now to make mistakes. I, I feel like we're afraid to break out of the mold. I feel like we're afraid to stick out. And maybe that's just what it means to be in civilization. Maybe that's just what it means to be in a society. But man, it's kind of stiff. It's kind of boring. I feel like people are very predictable now. The guy who works out doesn't read books. The girl who plays an instrument doesn't go outside. The set of political beliefs that we have, all very predictable. If you pick up one set of a person's political beliefs, you can predict the rest of them. It's it's boring. It's really not. I feel like it's not human. I feel like we have to have a tutorial on what it means to be human again, which is to be unpredictable, which is to not fit into a mold, which is to wake up and like literally just go outside, get some sunlight, and interact with the world. This is a lost art, and I hope that we can bring it back. And I think when we think back to some of the ideas from philosophers and some of the ideas from psychologists, there's some fantastic ideas out there. Like, I mean, a classic would be Sigmund Freud. The human is divided into three parts: the id, the ego, and the superego. We're in a state of conflict between our animalistic self, our higher self, and the mind. To be human is to, at many points, not know exactly what it is that you're doing. And that's okay. Bring that same energy into your interactions with other people. When you make mistakes, it's so humanizing. When you interact with others and you're goofy, when you interact with others and you allow your humanity to come out, it gives other people the opportunity to do the same. We can make a ripple effect by just showing up and being a human being. Like if you're driving on your way to work, humanize yourself. Look to the person to your right or the person to your left. Make a damn face. Smile at them. Break out of the cycle. If you're listening to music on your way to work, go ahead and dance. Like, make life less mundane. You're more than just your job. You're more than just surviving. Like, I get it. We all have to work. I get it. We need an income to survive. And the real question is, though, I think to be human, you have to ask yourself, what are you outside of work? You know, what are you outside of your ability to produce a house for yourself, to produce food? Like, we are so much more than that. And our identity can't just be tied to work. Our identity can't just be tied to means to go ahead and get resources for ourselves. I think we have to create things. I feel like that's part of the human experience. I feel like we have to share things. We can't just consume. Being human means to get out there and make some mistakes. And making mistakes is part of the creative process. The highest call of the human being is creation. So don't be afraid to get out there and just mess it up. Philosophers like John Paul Sartre argue that meaning is something that you can create within your own life. That might be true. It's an interesting proposition. Other philosophers argue that essentially the world has its own objective truth, and part of existence is to seek that. Part of existence is to be in pursuit of truth and to figure out what this reality means. And perhaps the answer is somewhere in the middle. Maybe to some degree we have to create meaning, and maybe to some degree we have to discover what the truth is. And not having the answers to these very human problems, these human questions, I think is what it means, again, to be a human being. I think in order for us to discover some of the answers to these complicated and really challenging life questions and propositions, we have to get out and participate. We can't stay inside and doom scroll all day, get fed the same algorithm every day, and have an echo chamber that just feeds us the same stuff over and over again. We gotta break out of the mold, guys. So I guess the gist of this is get out there, literally just go make mistakes. Get out there, be a goof. Get out there and be a human being. It's what we're called to do. And when you're interacting with others, don't feel like you have to fit in. Don't feel like you need to prescribe to a specific mold. Give others the opportunity and the permission also to be human. Because when they see you, they'll know this person's conscious, this person's aware. And thank you for joining me today on Summit Neuroflow. Just listening to me rant. I hope you're having a great day. I hope your life's going good. Sending you all the best. Cheers.